A little bit conflicted on my hormones. I just watched a video I made on my 4-month update, and I was like, man, I think it looked better back then than I do now. I don't know. I'm a little bit conflicted. It's a different light. It is a totally different light. I look somewhat more like a woman in this now than I did in that video, but I kind of like the other video better. It could just be the light. Could be, I don't know. I don't know what that was. I don't look bad. I just like the other one better. Better. So I am on this expressing myself thing. I quit my job at Home Depot, and which I believe I've said already, and I just recently got a new job at Rose's. I didn't want to get a job. What I wanted to do was just focus on expressing myself and doing things like that. The thing with that is I can make money from that. It just won't. It's not an immediate payback. It's not a how else can I put it? I'm kind of mad now. I'm kind of mad after having watched that video. I'm like, maybe I should stop, somehow cancel my hormone thing and go back to where I was at 4 months, which was better than where I was at 0 months, but also better than where I'm at now. I don't know. I don't look bad. Maybe I should just go through my videos and just watch them and see, like, where did I look the best. I don't know if it could be weight changes too. Seeing that I've been poor for a while, it would not surprise me if I've lost weight. And that could be partly why my face looks different. Yeah. I don't mind the way that I look, but I am kind of mad that I like the other way better. Expressing myself. There's that part of my brain that says it's not safe to express yourself. It ain't safe. Don't talk like a southerner. Don't wear a colorful bandana. Don't put no makeup on your eyes. Don't express yourself. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. I saw a therapist for I don't know how many years when I was in Atlanta. Maybe 2. I saw 3 different therapists while I was there. And she adopted me because she didn't like that they kept switching me, because they were doing this. They do this thing where they have like interns come in or visiting therapists from some other hospital or whatever. And so the first therapist I had was an intern. The second one I had was a visiting therapist. And there was a therapist, psychologist who worked there who basically saw what was happening and said, it's time for you to get a full-time doctor, because we don't want to keep having you jump. I don't know if that's because she liked me. was because, you know, she really just was like looking out for my best interest. She gave me her phone number to call her, and I have not called her. And that is partly because I'm afraid of expressing myself. I didn't want to express to her the difficult time that I was having and the bad feelings that I was having when I left. Because I left, I moved back to Salisbury from Atlanta to work for my dad, and it just became like a nightmare. It was like I was an animal in a trap. I was an animal in a cage, and I was being poked, and just that sort of thing. What it felt like. I felt like an animal in a cage being poked. I was like a zoo. I was a zoo animal in a cage, and people were just walking by, like throwing shit at me, and looking at me like I'm stupid because I'm some kind of animal. My human brain is a muscle. It's a muscle. My human brain is a muscle. To express myself, it's not safe. Maybe that should be the first song I write. I wrote a song, Cannot Be Free. It was not an inspired song. That was me saying to myself, I'm gonna write at least one song before I die. And I forced that one. That was I don't like forced art. To me, that's not expressing myself. I would say that song was not me expressing myself, but Cannot Be Free. I don't even remember the lyrics of that song. If I like a poem, I'll remember it for the rest of my life usually. I mean, especially I'm talking about the ones that I've written. I've written a lot of poems, and a lot of those I just forgot. And it's usually the ones that are forced that are the ones that I tend to forget the most, and it's the ones that are just kind of bubble up to the surface. Seem to be the ones that I remember. I hold 2 inches of my dick behind the closed curtain that veils my love. I want her to go away. I want her to stay. I have her rusted chain. It was a poem I wrote when I was on Robitussin. I felt I needed Robitussin to express myself. As a writer, I used to drink Robitussin and go sit in my room, kind of like I am now. Except I'm not on Robitussin now. He might be fooled by the bandana. He might look at the bandana and think this character is obviously on something. Some guy came by my bus yesterday and was like, "You fuck with ice cream?" And I'm like, "I haven't had ice cream in years." He's like, "No, I ain't talking about that." He's like, "You know what I mean, right?" I was like, "No." I was like, "But I'm guessing you don't mean ice cream." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, or something other than ice cream. And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right then, I know, I don't fuck with it." Of course, I don't know what he's talking about. He might have been talking about Jesus. That might have been a metaphor for Jesus. He might have been asking me if I fucked with Jesus. But I'm like, I'm closed-minded, and so I assumed he was talking about drugs. I'm prejudiced. My prejudice said he must be talking about drugs. Ice cream. I don't know what ice cream is. I don't know what he means. Expressing myself. Do I need to explain again my southern accent? My southern accent, it helps me express myself. I feel bad about saying it again because I just talked about this in a video that I just deleted because I didn't like it. I didn't like how nervous I was when I started making the video. I kept looking at different all over the fucking room and just like talking like I was on high on speed. But the 4-month video, one thing I can say about that person, even though they look better than me, they did talk very much like, I think I might be sitting in a very fine doctor's office, and I don't want people to know that I'm a weirdo. That kind of thing. That's the way that person talked, and that's the way. That's how. Yep. Expressing myself. Does it need to make sense? I don't know. Does the rain make sense? The rain can be scientifically explained. It can be scientifically explained. Does that mean it makes sense? I don't know if it makes sense when it rains. It's a good thing it rains. It's a good thing. Rain, sunshine. Sunshine bothers me. I'm irritated by the sun. Irritated. Am I afraid of being exposed in the sunlight? Am I afraid of my entrails being exposed and you know, people seeing what's inside me and all my shit? Am I full of shit? Is that what I'm afraid of people seeing? I got so much shit inside me because I've been afraid of letting it out. I can't let my shit out, so now I'm full of it. I'm constipated for 40 years. Constipated. I ain't been a child ever. I don't remember ever being a child. Even when I was a child, I wasn't a child. I was a zombie. Expressing myself. Expressing myself. That was my song I wrote in a video that I deleted because I didn't like it either. Actually, it's because I was running out of space on my devices and needed to make room. So I was like, well, fuck it. Fuck the video. If I really like it, I'll upload it and then delete it. I didn't really like it. It wasn't bad. It was bad. What is bad? What is bad? Bad is a movie I don't want to watch. That's what my life was. My life was a movie I don't want to watch. Is that a bad life? My life was a movie I don't want to watch. I don't care to go back and watch the shit over again. If I die and God says to me, you want to go watch your life again? I'm like, maybe some parts of it. Maybe some parts. I don't think I could watch the whole thing again. I'm pretty sure that's why I've forgotten most of it. A very forgettable life. Is it possible to have a life where I remember every second of every day? Because it was just that much adventure constantly. Is that even possible? Does it need to be that way? Does it matter if I forget most of my life? I've forgotten most of my life. Did I mention my therapist? I am kind of sad. Saw her for 2 years. Still felt like I couldn't express myself in front of her. Still felt unsafe. Partly because I loved her. I had the hots for her. I had a dream that she and I were 8-year-old girls together laying in bed. 8 is how old I was when my mom sent me away. And I think maybe something like in that kind of like stunted my emotional growth. Yeah, because that's when I started holding the shit in. Maybe that's a theory, an idea. I started holding my shit in around the age of 8. That's why I constantly think, when I think about child, I think about an 8-year-old child. Back when I was 8, it seems to be my go-to. But yeah, the Southern Voice seems to be helping me express myself for whatever reason. Things just seem to be coming out, almost like shit. But I can already tell there's some shit that needs to come out still, and I don't know what it is, but Maybe the colorful bandana helps. Am I a freak? Am I a circus freak? Is that what needs to come out? My feelings, feeling like a freak my entire life? Feeling like a weirdo? Feeling like I ain't safe nowhere to express myself. Ain't safe nowhere to express myself. Holy shit. That's a crazy life. That ain't right for a human among humans. What's up with humans? I ain't safe to express myself. I can't even go into a store now with breasts. I get weird looks. I go into a store with breasts and people are like, what is that? I see young boys sometimes and I'm like, ugh, don't make fun of me. They're like 12-year-old boys. I'm a 46-year-old person. And I'm afraid of little boys making fun of me and my boobs. I'm afraid of being made fun of by anybody, really. But when it's 12-year-old boys, that's when I'm like, fuck, I got a problem. Yeah, I've been made fun of before. Plenty of times. Plenty of times. Been made fun of. Is that just more shit? Is all the times I got picked on in the army? Is that shit I need to get out? Getting prodded when I work for my father? Is that some shit I need to get out? Do I need to talk about that stuff? Or do I just need to feel safe to express myself? Is that the only thing that bothers me? I feel like I'm not safe. The army was not a safe place for me to express myself. I did not feel safe to express myself in the army. I didn't feel safe to express myself around my own family. As a child. How can you be a child if you can't express yourself? What does it mean? What does it mean to be a child? You gotta play sometime. I haven't played. I think the first time I remember having fun, I was on drugs. I was alone in a shitty apartment. I had a shitty stereo. It wasn't even a stereo. It was an alarm clock with a cassette player. And I had purchased a CD player, a little portable CD player, like one of these small, like handheld CD players, like that you put earphones in. And but instead of getting the earphones, I bought a cassette adapter for playing cassette CDs in the car cassette player, which is what it was made for. It was made for because a lot of cars had cassette players in them. But when CDs came out, you couldn't put the CD in the cassette player. You had to get an adapter. So you put the cassette player adapter in the cassette player in the car, and you hook up your CD player and play your CDs through the cassette adapter. So I had one of those, and I put it in the alarm clock cassette player, and that's how I played music in my apartment, where I paid $300 a month. In 1999, and they had shag carpet, ugliest shag carpet. I had a mattress. We didn't even have a bed. We just had a mattress. I had a closet. I don't think I had any clothes in the closet. I don't remember my clothes. What kind of clothes did I wear? I had like 1 or 2 pairs of jeans and maybe 1 or 2 flannel shirts and some white t-shirts. That was it. That was my style. Back in the 90s, still late 90s, but I was still wearing flannel shirts. Still listening to Pearl Jam and Nirvana and all that stuff. And mostly listening to weirdo stuff. Weirdo stuff. I was listening to African drum music and world stuff and new wave stuff like Deep Forest and Enigma. And I can't show you. I was about to show you my boobs, then I realized this might go on YouTube. So this is my therapy. This is me. This is me. I'm in my therapist's office right now, and I ain't afraid so much of. I feel safer to express myself here than I did with my own therapist because, like I said, I was in love with her. I wanted to take her home. I wanted to feel her wet vagina. I ain't gonna say I wanted to fuck her because I can't do that. My penis is like, no, you ain't doing that no more. You got too much shit. You need to get your shit out first. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe you'll never fuck a woman again. My penis won't let me. Especially now that I'm on hormones. I never have sex again in my life. Unless I'm taking it in the butt. Which sounds depressing. Sounds very depressing to me. Think that I can only be penetrated for the rest of my life. Sounds very depressing. I think I would be depressed if I lost my penis. I can't imagine. I read that the number one regret among trans women is a sex change surgery. And I was like, yeah, I think I might want to kill myself. If I cut my dick off in an attempt, especially like with the hormones, I'm taking hormones, I don't even know if I'm trans. This is like an experiment, you know? This is like, I was unhappy, I was miserable. And I started cross-dressing, and all of a sudden I became happier and felt good about myself. Started loving myself, and I was like, well, what does this mean? Does this mean I'm trans? But what also happened was that the more I expressed myself as a woman, when I saw myself as a man, I felt better about myself as a man than I did before. And I was like, what does that mean? Am I a hermaphrodite? Am I a man and a woman in the same body? Or am I just a woman in a man's body? I gotta figure this out. And I thought, well, I need to figure it out because hormones are an option. And I kind of felt like I've already seen what wearing women's clothes can do to me. So now I'm curious to see what having boobs will do to me. And at the moment, I'm kind of like, I don't know, you know. Part of that is being so stressed out because of the job situation, not having jobs, quitting my job at Home Depot because I'm in pain all the time, not being able to sleep because I'm sleeping during the day. No, I don't talk in the southern accent when I go out in public, but for whatever reason, it just seems to help me express myself. So my normal voice, I am irritated by my normal voice very often. When I watch a video, when I'm not talking, when I'm not hearing myself talk like in the video, normally when I talk, I feel like my voice is okay. There have been times even when I've made videos when I think my voice is okay. But been plenty of times when I watched the video and maybe I was nervous about something or I felt like I just can't, whatever. And I'm just like, I can't even listen to myself. Oh, so, but, a friend of mine said that once, that, she said, you have a very cute voice. It's like your voice is saying, please love me, please love me. And now that I look back, I do feel like that's kind of what it, in a way, what it is. In the video that I just deleted, I talked about kind of this, how I saw my kind of expression in the past, the way I expressed myself in the past and just life in general was akin to a man who wants to climb the corporate ladder, and he's going to do it by going out and buying the right suit. He's going to go find a high-dollar suit, just gray, plain, not nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that's going to be like eye-catching necessarily, but it might look nice. You know what I'm saying? People might look at that and say, well, that's a nice looking suit. Nothing unusual, nothing expressive, but it's nice. So it's a $5,000 suit, goes out and gets a $100 haircut, get some stuff put in his hair to make him look nice, and he gets some nice high-dollar shoes, because he says, I'm gonna climb the corporate ladder. And you ain't gonna climb the corporate ladder wearing a bandana like this and a tank top, and eyeliner. That's not how you climb the corporate ladder, because nobody wants to see that, and nobody wants to see it because why? Because people who dress like this smoke weed and sleep late and probably can't even keep a job. Why am I dressed like this? Because I smoke weed? I don't smoke weed. Why am I dressed like this? Is it because I think this is who I am? I think I'm the kind of person who looks like they should be smoking weed. The kind of person who sleeps all day in the bus. I don't sleep all day in the bus. Could I be CEO of AT&T? Could I go to AT&T and say, I'm going to be CEO of that company? I'll wear a gray suit every day. I'll get the haircut, the $100 haircut with maybe some like shiny stuff, something that could look kind of shiny. What's that? Gel? Is that what that is? I don't think it's gel. Tonic, hair tonic. I used to use hair tonic. That's before it started falling out. Maybe it was the hair tonic that caused my hair to fall out. I don't know. I have to pee. And the question is, how am I going to do it? I got to put the camera down, or I just go outside the bus and pee in the grass and take you with me. But then you're not going to be able to see me because it's dark outside. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Why am I up at 3 o'clock in the morning? It's not because I was doing drugs. It's because I fell asleep at like 5 o'clock in the evening because I was drunk. I decided to have some beers after I got my job today at Rose's. I was hired today at Rose's. I didn't work today. I was just hired today. So I decided to go check out a new place that I haven't been to. And I've been in this area for 2 months. There's a bar up the street, bar/restaurant. Journeyman's. I haven't been to it once in the 2 months since I've been here because I don't have money. I still don't have money, but I went there anyways and bought 2 $7 beers. $14 on 2 beers, which is absolutely ridiculous. But I just got a job, so is my voice? Am I submissive in my voice? Is that why I don't like it? Is my voice? Do I know in my head when I hear my voice that I'm talking that way? Because that's my suit. I didn't finish my story. But that is how I see expressing myself. As this man climbing the corporate ladder. Maybe I'm not climbing anywhere in life. That's not what I mean to say. I'm probably going more like this. But it's because in an attempt to get what I want, which is love from other people. That's my corporate ladder. That's what I was trying to get, love from other people. I put on this gray suit. It's very boring, not expressive suit, not expressing anything except that I want to climb the corporate ladder. So that's what my friend was hearing. She said, when you talk, it sounds like what you're saying to me is you want my love. But is that bad? Is that a bad thing? talked about this in the video I deleted. And I kind of hesitate to talking about it again because that makes me feel self-conscious to repeat myself. Because I feel like I'm not being spontaneous. Not spontaneous. Not being spontaneous. Oh no. Not being spontaneous. I'm not being spontaneous now. You want to see my breasts? If I had a wet vagina, would you want to touch it? If I had a wet vagina, I would want to touch it. But I ain't gonna cut off my penis. Because that would depress me. I think I might want to kill myself if I cut off my penis. Thought of never having sex with a woman again is depressing. If I never had sex with a woman again, having a penis or not having a penis, I'd still be depressed. Oh, my neck, my neck, my neck. Spontaneous. Do I need to be spontaneous? Why do I have an issue with being rehearsed and practiced? Can I not be practiced? Can I play with my boobs like this on YouTube at least? Can I fondle myself at least through my clothes? You want to see my nipple? I can't show my nipple on YouTube. I ain't here to make a porno. I'm here to express myself. And part of me expressing myself is I want to show somebody my boobs. I want somebody to see them. When I was 11 years old, I was afraid that I wouldn't grow boobs. What boy is afraid of growing boobs when he's going through puberty? When I was going through puberty, I was afraid that I would grow breasts. I was afraid that it made me feel like I was being exposed. What was I afraid of? What was I afraid of being exposed? I didn't think I was trans when I was 11. I didn't think I was trans. I didn't think I was a woman. I was afraid of growing breasts because I thought I might be exposed. I thought people might see something in me. And I'd be rejected. It's not safe. It's not safe. So I made a voice. I made a voice for myself. An expression, a way to express myself, but it wasn't really expressing myself. It was basically an attempt to get love from other people. So you might say it's a way to present myself. Presenting myself and expressing myself ain't the same thing. It's like I'm the man in the suit. I spent $5,000 on a suit. I'm not expressing myself, I'm presenting myself. And I'm saying, you want to hire me. That's what I'm saying to you. That's my expression. That's the only thing I'm saying to you. You want to hire me. You want to love me because I talk like this. I talk like this. I talk like this. This is not how I usually talk. Now I have to take a shit too. I gotta pee and I gotta take a shit. And I'm in the middle of my best video ever. You know, it's not my best. This could be my best. Still yet to come. I do want to make great videos. I have a desire to have my videos go out and have thousands of followers. Do I really want that? I don't know if that's something I want. I think it would make me uncomfortable. You know why? Because I don't feel safe to express myself. I feel like I need to hide. All the time I need to hide. What am I hiding from? What am I hiding from? Is it just the fear, the judgment of other people? Is that all I'm hiding from? Fear and the judgment of other people. It's not the same as caring what other people think. Caring is not the same as fear. Caring about what other people think is not the same as being afraid of their judgment. Should I care what you think? If I care about you, Shouldn't I care about what you think? But if I care about you, should I be afraid of your judgment? Silence. I wonder if I made a video and we're silent for 20 minutes. Let's say I'm at 35 minutes now. I've been attempting, succeeding maybe to some degree, expressing myself. But if I were to just stop for 20 minutes, not say a word, just sit here and hold the camera, I wonder if people, anybody out there, would sit through that 20 minutes and just spend time with me, looking at my face. Would I do that for somebody else? Probably not. You know what? That's my. Is it a complaint? Ain't nobody got time for nobody. We ain't got time for nobody else. We ain't got time to watch your hour-long video where you sit there not saying a goddamn word. we got better shit to watch on TV. We're gonna watch the cops and robbers, the detectives, the CSI. They're gonna solve imaginary crimes because it's entertaining. Entertaining. We are being entertained. And so is that why I'm doing the Southern accent thing? I want to be entertaining. I need to grab your attention. Is that why I'm doing it? I'm still trying to figure out why I'm doing the Southern accent. I had one theory in my previous video that I uploaded. And then I had another theory in the video that I just deleted. Do I need to go over it again? The first theory is that I'm talking in the Southern accent because I'm trying to find my powerful voice for a woman, even though I'm not talking like a woman all the time in my Southern accent. That was my one theory, was that I saw the Southern women, the kind of, what were they called? The Southern elites, you might say. The ones who lived on the plantations and that sort of thing. The very big houses with the very big properties. The several acre properties, 30 acres, 40 acres, 100 acres, I don't know what. I don't know how many acres it was. Manicured acres. Manicured, the whole thing is manicured. It looks like a country club. Maybe that's what it is. I just see that as my aspiration is to have that kind of life, living in a big house, big property, nobody around me for a 100-mile radius, except my husband and my kids. Is that what I dream of? Is that my fantasy? Is that what I need to express to get all the shit out of my insides? I said that in the previous video too. That maybe perhaps the reason I drank and used drugs all my life is I just wanted to be fucked with a big cock in my vagina. I'm still not gonna cut my penis off. But is that my dream life? To have a rich and powerful husband? To be a rich and powerful woman, living in a big house in the country, in the South, and have my lady friends over and we talk about what everybody else is doing behind the back. And they're all jealous of me because I'm the prettiest one of them all. Is that my fantasy? Is that my fantasy life? Is that why I'm talking in the Southern accent? What was my second theory for why I'm talking in the Southern accent is that I shunned that part of my life because I was born in Chapel Hill, not a southern town by my estimation. Some people may argue with that. They may take issue with that. Of course, technically it is in the South, but to me it is not Southern. So, what do I mean by Southern? Do I mean hick? Is that what I mean? It's not a hick town. Chapel Hill is not a hick town for sure. It's not a redneck town. But I moved away from Chapel Hill to a redneck town called China Grove. A bunch of farmers everywhere, farmland, farms. I lived right beside a cow pasture. It was like a 1,000-acre cow pasture. The man who owned it was rich. I didn't find him attractive. He promised to pay my brother and I $10 if we helped him do some work one day. So we helped him, and then he gave each of us $5. And then we're like, you said you was gonna give us 10. He's like, I did. We were little kids, 12 years old I think I was, and I was just like, fuck. Just kind of huffed and puffed and walked away, just like, fuck this guy. Deceiving us. He was Satan. Satan. Satan, Satan, Satan. Who was Satan? Is that me? Am I Satan? Is that does Satan just need to express himself? Does Satan, is he full of shit? Is he emotionally constipated? He got too much shit from his life, from his childhood. That's what makes him Satan. Is that what Satan is? If I had had the pure life, if I had been raised right in a rich, powerful Southern family with a rich and powerful mother who felt beautiful and adored her kids, and looked at her kids as her creative project. Like I look at my bus as my creative project. I'm putting my shoes on so I can go pee. I gotta take a shit too. So I guess that means I'm gonna have to stop the video and just come back and make another one. Cause yeah, I can't hold my shit in forever. But I'm talking about my real shit. I'm gonna go up to the gas station and take a shit and a piss. I'm gonna come back and make another video. And then I'll get my metaphorical shit out. Maybe not. It seems to be working. I do like this. I like it. I don't know if I'm wondering why I'm hating my normal voice. I think I expressed my theory, or my friend's theory, and so I'm a little bit worried that bye.